What the heck is up, you guys? It's your boy Ace, aka Animated Heroes, here back with another action figure review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tamashii Nations World Tour SH Figuarts Spider-Man Across the Spiderverse Spider-Gwen, or Ghost Spider, whichever you want to call her. But we have her here in front of us, and Miles was definitely one that was enjoyable, and I'm expecting the same out of her. So let's go ahead and get straight to it, starting off with the sexy packaging. Now, for all of these Tamashii Nations World Tour exclusives, we've been getting the slip covers, and so, of course, Spider-Gwen isn't going to be any different. We've got the slip right here where we can see the figure, all the logos and things that we've come to see. Tamashii Nations 15th Anniversary, World Tour, yada, yada, yada. We got the figure posed up right here, same along this side. Full body shot of her on this side, and then on the back, just the same information. Now, on to the actual packaging. We got this windowless package right here. You got the Tamashii Nations quality sticker of approval. Now, I'm a sucker for this. I said that I really liked black and red in terms of color combinations in the Miles Morales review. I'm the same with black and pink, man. I think Spider-Gwen just looks dope based off of her colors alone. But anyway, you got the logo right there, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Tamashii Nations Bandai, SH Figuarts, more images of her along the sides, all of that stuff, all this at the bottom I cannot read, and then of course we got her posed up on the back looking dope. So yeah, all that out of the way, let's go ahead and bust this figure out of the packaging, because honestly, I'm more excited for her than Miles. Now, straight out of the packaging, I'll go ahead and say it. I told y'all I was more excited for this one than I was for Miles, and for good reason. This thing is sick, man. Tamashii Nations is just going all out with their new figures. Literally everything I buy at this point is absolute heat, and this figure is no exception. And one thing I want to go ahead and throw out there right now, I know it's not completely comic book accurate, but if you're not one who cares all about accuracy, you could use this as a comic book Spider-Gwen that has nothing to do with Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse or Across the Spider-Verse. And I say that again because of the height. This figure is tall, just like Miles, and again, they're really scaling up their female figures. Well, actually, all of their figures. And I'm not upset about that. But when it comes to mixing, not even lines at this point, just mixing Tamashii Nations figures, you might see some differences from here on out. I don't know if they're going to continue to do this, but if so, I'm not complaining, man. 1/12 scale imports have always been a tad bit on the smaller side, so this makes me happy. But anyway, let's go ahead and take a closer look at the figure, and I'll stop rambling about the height. Now, taking an up-close look at the figure, as you guys can see, this is completely accurate to her design. You got the figure, which is mostly black. You got the pink where it needs to be. I really love the blue spider webs that's on there. Looks like it was painted. If so, it is painted very, very clean. All kinds of like stitching throughout the costume. It's a bit gritty, which, I mean, it doesn't exactly capture the art style. I think in the art, it's more of a flat look, but I like this grainy look. I mean, it kind of adds more to the figure, gives it a tad bit of realism, even though it doesn't need it. It still looks good. The head sculpt is absolutely flawless. The hood is pretty much attached to the base of the neck. It's a separate piece, and so you can move this thing around fine. I love what they did with that, man. I hate when the hoodie's actually attached to like the collar and then it doesn't work out whenever you're trying to turn the head. So good job with that one. And then all the way down to the Chuck Taylors, man. These look really good, painted very clean, and it doesn't look like they're going to hinder her articulation at all. This thing is just a very clean looking figure. That's the number one thing I like about it, is how clean and sleek it looks. This thing is sick, man. I am really loving this a lot more than I thought I was going to, but not a whole lot to go over. Once more, a very slim figure. And one thing I do want to go ahead and point out is these knees. They don't feel like super fragile, but again, this is another figure I would be terrified of taking a shelf dive. If you plan on getting this and you have a Spider-Verse or even a Spider-Man collection, this is one that you are going to want to put on a stand if it's going to be high up on your shelf, because This is an expensive figure, especially if you get the event exclusive version. This and Miles both run about $85, and that's before taxes and shipping. So you don't want to break these. I don't know how much the regular releases are. That's another story. But yeah, just if you plan on getting this, be ready to be careful with it. Now, when it comes to her height, I already mentioned that she is tall. As you can see to the top of her hoodie, she's right there at 6 inches. Very, very tall for a female figure. And at first I was going to show her off next to a bunch of Marvel Legends Spider-Man figures, but actually I want to show her off next to some female SH Figuarts and maybe a couple of Mafex. So I'm going to spice it up with the size comparisons at the end of the video. I'm going to do something a little bit different and just show off a bunch of random stuff. Now, when it comes to her articulation, you're going to get some hindrance around the head because of the hoodie. She's not really going to look up. And to be honest, unless you can kind of get your hand in there or finger in there, she's not going to look down very much either. Now, you can get her looking to the side, and to be honest, you could get some tilt poses as well. It's just not going to work all the way. That hoodie is really going to hinder a lot, so be prepared for that. Now, in terms of her arms, they go up all the way, so those gymnast poses are not going to be a problem. She does have a really good butterfly joint, but because of how long those arms are, just like Miles, you don't have to have it. They just kind of move exactly where you want them, no problem. Web swinging poses will be very, very easy. She does have a bicep swivel, very good double jointed elbows. She can put her hands behind her head. Hands are on a ball peg. You can move those around, no problem whatsoever. At the diaphragm, she leans forward only about that much, but she leans back very well. So those backwards poses, not going to be a problem. Not so much forward unless you try it at the waist, but actually she doesn't lean forward at the waist either. I thought she was going to lean forward a bit more than that. So that's a little bit disappointing that they couldn't forge a little bit more articulation in there. Back, just fine. Those flying forward spider poses will be easy, but not so much forward. Unfortunately, that sucks. Now, in terms of kicking poses, she can hit the launcher. That won't be a problem. She can do the splits just fine. She does have a thigh swivel, double jointed knee. That knee seems very fragile, man. The more I mess with it, the more worried I get. I'm not going to pose that around too much, but it does move. She does have a swivel right here at the start of the shoe. Her foot goes down about that much. Up about that much. Very, very good ankle rocker, and then toe hinge. So articulation wise, I would say the only place where it's lackluster is going to be around the waist. And I also wanted to show off her head articulation without the hoodie. Just like Miles, she doesn't really look up much, but she looks down all the way. So if you have it without the hoodie, she's going to move around just fine. Tilt and everything works very well. Just wanted to throw that in there so you guys could see the difference between her with the hoodie on and with it off. Now, when it comes to accessories, this figure is pretty much almost a replica of the Miles Morales with a few exceptions. This is how she comes in the package. She has a pair of relaxed hands and this neutral head sculpt. The only difference is she has her hoodie on. I'll go ahead and show you guys that so you can see the inside of it. That web and everything is painted so nicely. That looks very, very good. She does come with an alternate head with her eyes squinted. I love this. Honestly, I like this more than the one that she has on. And she does come with a unmasked head, which this is sick. This looks very, very good. The paintwork and detail, sculpt work, everything on this is very, very clean. Tamashii Nations could not have done this better. And from what I've seen in D Amazing's review, you can actually get this head sculpt to sit in the hoodie. I haven't messed with it, but if you want to try it, feel free. Now, of course, she does come with an alternate neck. This is for when she does actually have her mask off, so you get that. You get this piece right here, which kind of helps to pull the head out of the hoodie whenever you have that on, so that works well. She comes with actually 3 webs. I guess the other one didn't come out of the package. She has the small web, same as came with Miles, and she has the longer web. And since it didn't come out of the package, I'll just show it to you. The longer web, which is back here, that's the one that is used for web swinging. I don't know why it didn't come out, but yeah, whatever. We have it. In terms of hands, she comes with a pair of web holding hands. She comes with a pair of relaxed hands. She comes with her thwipper hands, and then she comes with her wall crawling hands. So almost completely identical to Miles. She doesn't have the more stylish pose hands, and then honestly everything else is just about the same, just outside of the head sculpts and everything. Also, just like Miles, she does come with this Spider-Gwen stand, which as you can see, it is pink and kind of like a faded turquoise color with the logo on there. This time I didn't forget it. So yes, if you got the event exclusive version, it does come with a base. Moving on to size comparisons, here she is standing next to a Medicom Toys or Mafex Spider-Man comic book figure. If you're wondering, I got the head sculpt off of eBay. It is the Spider-Man PS4 head sculpt. We also have her standing next to the SH Figuarts Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse Miles Morales, which I just reviewed. Go check that out. These two look phenomenal together, and honestly, I think having them both together makes you enjoy the figures even more. Lastly, we also have her standing next to an SH Figuarts Spider-Man No Way Home Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. All of these looking dope. Now next up, I wanted to show her off with some more SH Figuarts female figures, just to show that they really are starting to get bigger on their figures. First off, we have the Queen Kugisaki from the SH Figuarts Jujutsu Kaisen Greatness line. Look how small she is in comparison to Gwen. Like, she looks tiny. But then also we have the upgrade when it comes to the SH Figuarts Spy Family Your Forger, who is pretty tall. Now, I think they did that in terms of scaling her with Anya, which was a good idea. But one that caught me off guard, I wasn't expecting her to scale this well with Gwen, was the SH Figuarts Street Fighter Rainbow Mika. I don't know, I guess I just never realized this figure was this big, but y'all know I love it when it comes to Rainbow Mika. I love me some Rainbow Mika. Anyway, moving on. Now next up, here she is standing next to the Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2-pack Renew Your Vows Bodybuilder Mary Jane. And as you can see, she's almost as tall as her. We also have her standing next to a Mafex Batman Hush Harley Quinn and a Mafex Batman Hush Huntress. Last but not least, here she is standing next to a Marvel Legends Spider-Man 2099, a Marvel Legends Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse Prowler, who needs an update. Hasbro, I'm going to say that every time I show this guy. And then a SH Figuarts movie Venom. Now, when it comes to my final thoughts on this figure, it's literally the same as Miles, but honestly, I like this one more. I said it and I meant it. I do like Spider-Gwen. I don't know what it is. I'm not like very versed on the character, to be honest. I don't really know much about her, but it's just something that I love. I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's the outfit. Maybe it's just the blonde. I don't know. I can't tell you guys, but I love Spider-Gwen, and honestly, even though I have this right now as my definitive Spider-Gwen, I'm still hoping that at some point Reveltech will give us a 2.0 of their version. Marvel Legends will drop a good one. We know that ain't gonna happen. Mafex will give us a really good Spider-Gwen. I'm hoping, and I'm talking about an adult version, because I love it, man. But in terms of this figure, it's dope, and it just really makes the Miles figure that much better. And I know that's weird to say, but honestly, I feel like the more that you complete your teams, the more you complete characters and stuff like that, it makes you enjoy your figures more. You can't have Naruto and Sasuke without Sakura. I know I'm getting into anime, but you can't have an X-Men team without the Wolverine. You can't have, I don't know, Avengers without Captain America. It's just weird when you're collecting. But yeah, I love this a lot, man. This is a very solid figure. If you're thinking about getting your hands on it, go for it. Now, again, this is the event exclusive version. The regular release is coming out at the end of the month, so if you're willing to wait for that one, you'll probably be able to get it much cheaper. This one right here runs about $85 before taxes and shipping. If you don't want to pay that, wait and see if you can get the regular release for a decent price. I do think that Big Bad Toy Store still has it up for pre-order, so go check them. If not, check out my boys at Toys in the Box. I believe Omnime Store is getting them. There are some options, and if you're looking, just feel free to let me know. I might drop a comment or something letting you guys know where to find it, because these figures are dope, man. I truly hope SH Figuarts will continue this. We're going to be getting Spider-Man 2099. They showed that solicitation. I need an SH Figuarts Peter B. They got to come on with it. I don't care about the Spot or Polka Dot or whatever his name is, but we need that Peter B for sure, and a ton of other Spider-Man that are probably going to be announced in the movie. I'm hoping for a Spider-Man Noir return, Spider-Ham, all of those, but we'll just have to see. Anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If so, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. That always helps me out. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and make sure to hit that bell icon to be notified whenever I upload new content. And last but not least, follow me on everything you see listed in the description below to keep up with my activity outside of YouTube. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay safe wherever you are, and peace.